if you don't know that I have my own business, media, LAD Media Productions. And last year, man, I was feeling myself burning out, but the paper, it wasn't adding up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think we had a coaching session last year, I want to say last summer. I remember leaving your house, bro. And every time we talk, man, I leave with something that I call clarity. And I want to talk about that today, man. Hey, what's going on, people? Welcome back to another episode. My brother call it JTNS. I like that. It make it so cool, man. Just talk, nothing serious.
Yeah.
I'm Anthony Robinson. Y'all know me as Tone. We got my brother here on the sofa.
Yeah.
What's your name, man?
Henry Harden.
The what?
Third.
Hey, man, don't forget the Trey. You know what I mean. You know what I mean, bro. So we got to talk about this, man, because last year, so if you don't know that I have my own business, media, LAD Media Productions. And last year, man, I was at a standstill. Well, not even a standstill. I was feeling myself burning out, but the paper, it wasn't adding up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think we had a coaching session last year, I want to say last summer. Mason, bro.
Last summer, yeah.
Last summer?
Yeah.
You remember that conversation? Okay, cool.
Little bit.
So I think we talked about, my pricing structure. I think we talked about the work that I should be producing, but more so we talked about a type of client. And you gave me this checklist and all this.
Yep.
And the checklist, man, let me tell you, this man gave me a checklist. And this was his determining factor as if he wanted to work with me or not. I thought you was my brother-in-law, man. What, like?
To add perspective, in my business, I only work with people who have 5 years of experience in the service industry.
Okay.
And you're in the service industry, so you fall within that target market, but I think you were still in your first couple of years where still some things you had to figure out, which is what brought the checklist on.
Yeah. So the checklist, man, it was awesome. And I remember leaving your house, bro. And every time we talk, man, I leave with something that I call clarity. And I want to talk about that today, man, because I believe that clarity is a direct line to either increasing your revenue or just increasing, or just helping your business grow, whatever, man.
Hey, you know what though? Hold on. So every time you leave, like every time we were together, cause it's weird, cause like every time we were together, we would talk about like something,
right?
And I would leave the same way, like, dang man, I love that conversation with Tom, and I think that's what like brought us here.
Oh,
I don't know, just like I think that's what like brought us here is like. I don't know if that's like I don't know if it's probably so off topic, but when you said it, just hit me different, and it's just like
it's like a direct trade-off.
Yeah, like
yeah.
And I think like, man, like when you got somebody that or something or whatever it is that like you having a conversation with somebody and you feel good about it or whatever it is, like you should do more of that.
Yeah.
If you can gain more, like if it's healthy, right, and it's you should do more of that. Like, and I think that's what brought us to the podcast, JTNS, just the whole media thing, just doing it together. Is just like I guess like an iron sharper iron.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think I wrote that on Facebook, man. Like, it's a direct trade-off, man, because I know that every time I left, and I can only attest for me, I was more focused and I had clarity, in that sense. But I don't know what I brought. Maybe my problems. Maybe you had some clarity. I shouldn't do that.
I love talking business.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know if I'm fun at parties, I guess, but like,
No, that's not me. I'm not the guy to hang out with at parties, bro. Trust me. I'm ready to go and let's get out of here. But anyway,
I was at work on Friday and the girl was like, she was like, it was somebody from a different company, and They was like, you know what you doing here, man? We got to get up out of here because we like to have fun around here. And I was like, I told her, I was like, hey, I'm here to make sure that we having fun while we work.
Right. This is my fun, man. Yeah. Like people tell me that, man, you gotta let loose, man. Have fun. Go out. I'm like, nah, I'm having fun right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Nah, you
I
good.
threw you out. My bad.
Nah, you didn't
My bad,
throw me
my
out
bad.
because I guess it's all about purpose. And again, like there's some sense of clarity when it comes to purpose. Like you know what, I'm not gonna say like as to your totality of purpose is, but you have a clear sense of your belonging and where you fall. Like you have that clarity. And I think that it's so natural for you, it rubbed off on me. And like even in my business, like it helped me, and when we talk about clarity, it helped me. I forgot what the questionnaire asked, man, but it gave me so much clarity as to who I'm targeting and what their problems are and how can I provide a solution. Because at first, you know, I was doing video, man. I was like, I can do this, so I can just really cater to anybody. And
that was your answer last year.
Yeah.
Anybody need video.
Yeah, everybody need. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Everybody need video, man. Like, but I'm just tired of doing these rap music videos. I ain't paying nothing, but he was, you know, he gave me some coaching on that, man. But clarity, bro. Like, yeah, I want to talk about clarity. You got like a verse or something? I know you always come out your hip hop bag, bro.
I got the verse. I always got the verse.
Yeah.
Man, yeah. So all right. So the verse I have for you today comes from Toby Nwigwe, and you know, Tobe is affiliated with E.T. Eric Thomas.
Yeah. You put me on them.
CJ, I listen to the podcast. You know, it's pretty dope.
Right.
I don't know if I should be plugging somebody's podcast, but it's influential.
Oh yeah,
good,
man.
so,
We're gonna add them as long as they add back.
Yeah. So, hey, CJ, you know, get with me, man. Nah, in all seriousness though, it's he said, I done parted ways with those that move in fear.
Right.
It's hard to go astray when the vision's clear. And for me, that verse like symbolized, like in my life, there was a time in my life where just trying to figure it out, right? Still trying to, you know, I was in college.
Right.
And I don't know where I got this from, but it was like a 20-year plan. It was like, in.
See, you're different, bro.
Yeah,
I'm realizing that. But go ahead.
But it was like a 20-year plan.
Right.
And you had personal goals, professional goals, and then like spiritual goals.
Okay.
And like you put out, okay, where in the next year, what do you want to get to? In the next 5 years, what does that look like? What are your goals in the next 5 years? What are your goals in the next 10 years?
Right.
What goes in the next 20? But what it allowed me to do is it allowed me to start to like, again, like that clarity of where I want my life to go, where I want my life to be. And at the time I was in network marketing, so a lot of my professional goals were, you know, I want to hit this rank, I want to hit this rank, I want to make this money, like this, you know, and those things. But like, but in order to, and I'm always focused on the work. What's the process look like, right? What's your process?
You're definitely different, yeah.
What I realized, again, going into business, because, you know, I'm not good enough. And the only way that I'm going to get even close to where I needed to be was I had to develop myself, and I didn't have the time to wait. So
makes sense.
And it was a mentor that I had, and you know, I heard him on a call, and he said, if I'm talking to you, even when I'm having a conversation with you, I have something in my ear, something playing in my ear for personal development. And because even though I may be consciously listening to you in our conversation, right. Subconsciously, you know, thinking we're rich is going into my brain, or the science of getting rich, or you know, the stranger's secret, whatever it is, whatever audio that is going into my subconscious mind.
Makes sense.
Changing who I am. And and at that time in my life, I had to really, like, I stopped listening to music. Like, as much as I love music, I stopped listening to music.
What?
I didn't watch TV.
Okay.
Because I had to get clear. Because when I got clear on what I wanted to do, I realized that those things weren't moving me closer to where I needed to get to.
You know what else I heard too? What you just said? You said I had to get clear, but I noticed that you removed a lot of things in your life to remain clear. So clarity was like top priority for you.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but like it's like the verse said, like I had to remove those that move in fear.
Right.
Because I'm telling you, man, when you're on this journey of leadership, business, or whatever, like there's so many people that's in your circle, especially if you're starting out, like if you don't have like somebody that's already doing it that you're around or whatever, like you're the first person in your circle to like. I remember. I got the video somewhere. I got a video somewhere, but man, I never forget, man. Like, and these my dogs. Like, I ain't gonna, like I ain't never gonna.
Right.
But like these my you know, when in college, like these my day one college people, right? And you know, network marketing has a bad stigma, and you know, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I never forget, man. One of my best friends, he was like, pretty much like you basically you ain't gonna be doing like you ain't gonna be nothing, right?
Yeah,
and
I got that too.
And I remember, man, going to like it hurt me deep, right?
Right.
Just being transparent. And I remember going to like everybody, I don't know, because it was roommates or whatever, and everybody had left out or something, and I was like at the apartment by myself, and I was like, you know what? In this pain, like I'm gonna record this video. And
I did the same thing in 2014, bro. But anyway, go ahead.
I think maybe 2012 when I did it.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah,
I was like, and I remember recording this video. I was like, I don't care what they saying about me. Like, I'm gonna make it. Like, blah blah blah. And I was like, and I knew I was gonna be able to use that video one day,
right,
to show them that. And again, I thought me making it was gonna be me making it in network marketing.
Yeah.
That wasn't the case, right?
Yeah.
So I guess in a sense he was right? In a sense, right? But I had to cut off a lot of negative people.
Makes sense.
And I had to like really, not saying that they're negative,
right,
just their mentality at the time, because in reality, right? Like a couple of years later,
right,
they doing network marketing.
Yeah.
Like it just, it's everybody's timing, right? Everybody has different timing, but like. But from the clarity piece, man, like you gotta sometimes you just gotta cut people off.
Makes sense.
I'm telling you, I cut off just about everybody. Like I ain't talking to my brother a lot.
I know, bro, you ain't called me as much. No, I'm just kidding with you.
I had to because the conversations that we would have was not moving me forward.
Right.
To where I wanted to go.
I get that, bro. And based on clarity too, like I heard you retract yourself about, negative people or whatever, but the thing is, a lot of people have good intentions, but a lot of people just don't understand like the level that you're pursuing. You know what I mean? And the clarity that you have requires some type of momentum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And fear and all that stuff, man. Like if they don't understand, some people with you, they don't even understand. They just like, yeah, he focused, I'm going with him. But some people just like, you don't want to do that because I couldn't do that. You know what I mean? Or I seen somebody else do that. And it'll bring you down. So I think some people have good intentions. And some people may love you, man. And I think you hear a lot of people say that too these days. Like, yo, I'm leaving y'all behind. I hate when people do that on Facebook. I'm leaving y'all behind because I'm focused and whatever.
They got to let them know, man.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, like, not everybody means you harm, but I believe when you do get focused, it's just the process that will happen. Like, people it's not like, yo, I'm gonna cut you off because I'm about to get focused. It's not like that. It's like, once you get focused, like everything else that's not helping you or adding to you it's kind of die away, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It may not be forever, but
it's not.
Yeah.
A decade into this,
right,
man. everybody that doubted me or whatever, like, they're on board, like
And they
in their own way,
right?
In their own way of like pursuing purpose or pursuing, you know, trying to start a business or whatever it is.
Right.
Like a decade later, like it's almost like I'm a genius. A decade later, like it took, you know, again, but it's not like, and it's
right.
But it's just, you know, it's just how it is, just. And it's okay.
Right. I know, like, in my business, I think we had a lot of conversations because I get so many ideas. And I got to come and, like, just throw up on you, bro. Like, here, take that. What you think? You know what I mean? Like, bro, you need to do this. So I realized that I realized that people fall away because in my business with media, a lot of people tug on you too because you have this certain ability to do video. So they come to you with all these ideas, and then it accumulate ideas for me. And I'm like, oh, I could do this with them. And then I come to you, well, bro, you know, focus, clarity. And I'm like, makes sense. You know, it's gonna put more on me. So okay, cool. Then they kind of fall away because now I'm focused. I have clarity on as to how I should move. There's a scripture in Habakkuk, and I want to say 2:2-3, and I'm gonna just say this. It says, "And Lord, answer me, write the vision down, make it plain on tablets, so he may run who reads it. For still the vision awaits its appointed time. It hastens to end. It will not lie. It seems slow. Wait for it. It will surely come."
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang. It said all that.
Yeah. Well, that's 2-3.
You know, I never really. You know, you always hear that scripture, right? But I never heard the second part, or at least I don't think I've ever heard the second and third, whatever part that was.
Right.
Because it says if it doesn't come true, or if it takes time, it's slow.
Yeah, it takes time. It takes time.
Dang.
And I realized, so you and I was working, and you brought a sense of clarity. Of course, I had to write it down and make it clear because here's the thing. You and I had that conversation one time, maybe 2 days, right? And when I left, thing is, it's so easy to get caught in your own self, like in your own habits. When you go home, I can hear you, but then come back home and start doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Have you mentored people like that, right?
I've been that person. That was me. You just described me perfectly.
Right. So once I wrote down, I became clear. I wrote it down and made it plain. What happened is that even if I feel like I'm about to fall back into my habits, I'll go back to the vision.
Dang.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what happened is that clarity and me writing it down brings about discipline.
Yeah.
And when you have discipline, it brings about persistence.
Yeah.
You know, it brings about consistency. So I go every day until it becomes a habit. So that clarity now becomes discipline, which becomes a habit. And I become my own motivation.
That's a bar. All right. Don't miss this. When you get home, you wrote it down.
Wrote it down.
But when you get home and you start to feel like you're going astray, go back to your log. Go back to your book, whatever you wrote it down there.
Go back.
And it's going to put you back on track. Like, don't miss that.
Right.
I'm telling you, because I would, like I said, that was me, like, man, I would do that, and I probably wouldn't write. I don't think I wrote it down.
Right.
Or even if I did, I wouldn't go back to it.
Right.
I got so many notes in my phone of like that I just started going back to. Now I'm in a little bit different leadership level, and like that I use now that I had written down since again decades 2012.
Right.
Man, write it down.
And because you wrote it down, like it brings about discipline. Even in my business, like. Who am I? And then sometimes too, because you getting back in your habits, it's all about feelings, how I feel. So I feel good when we have conversations, but when I leave, getting back in your old habits is because you feel like, man, you know, I still want to do this. It's still right here. You know what I mean? Nah, let me go back to my book. What the book says.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's plain. Okay, no, don't do that. Focus here.
Yeah.
So I do this until eventually this becomes a feeling. You know what I mean? And it becomes a part of me.
We're gonna end it like that, man. It's just talk.
Nothing serious,
right?
you know.
We're just gonna. We got a podcast coming. I know it's gonna be his thing. I know he say that.
Hey.
But like. We can sit here and talk for another 30 minutes.
I want to get more, but nah, we got to do it, man. Y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, share this channel. We're going to get this information out there, man. We're going to grow together. You know, be more to do more.
Yeah.
We out?
We out.
All right, bro. We out.